Hey, it's Dr. M, but I'm in my street clothes, which see the way I see. I love these sweatshirts, they're so cute. Still have issues with my carpal tunnel. And that brings me to today. What is today's video? Today, I really just want to talk about kind of where I am and what this channel is going to look like, especially in terms of long form content. This video is probably going to be one of my last long form pieces for a little while. You guys know I have 3 young kids, a 7, 5, and now 3-year-old. My youngest, she is going to be starting full-time school in the fall of next year. And I'm very much feeling in this season, so it's fall right now. This is my favorite time of year. And I feel so overwhelmed by everything in my life, and I feel like my body's breaking, and I've got carpal tunnel. I have sciatic nerve pain that makes it hard for me to walk and wake up in the morning, and I just feel like I've sort of let myself go and lost sight of things that really matter to me through social media in a lot of ways. I don't know how many of you following create your own content, but it takes a lot of time, and though I really love it and I enjoy teaching people and making dental information accessible and making it most of all shame-free, that people don't feel ashamed to ask what they consider a dumb question. Dentistry, I think by and large, has a reputation of being full of perfectionists who are really judgy, and they judge you if you're not flossing every day, and that is not me or my channel, what the Mama Dentist is. And so I want to have a space that is safe and welcoming where people can come and learn about how to take care of their mouths, and especially their children's mouths. That's why I created an entire course, and I love that I did those things. I love that I've helped people, and that my content, especially on YouTube, exists ad infinitum, that it can help people for a long time. And I think that's what gives me peace about this next phase of moving away from creating more on this hamster wheel of content and taking a break. I don't know if it's a break or if it's for forever, but at least until my youngest starts school in the fall, I want to just focus on my kids, especially my youngest being home. My mom and dad moved close by in COVID, and I want to spend time with my parents. As I realize they're getting older, I want to connect with my cousins and people that I used to like Marco Polo. I don't know if y'all are too young to use that, but it's like a video walkie-talkie. I used to do that back and forth with them, and I really haven't as much anymore, because every moment of my free time, and even beyond my free time, but into my rest time, where I'm staying up till like 1 or 2 a.m. creating content and writing scripts and recording and then editing. I've spent doing that, and it's hit a wall. I think my body's like, this just needs to stop. So my goals going forward, I'm not going to spend as much time scripting and recording super long content and editing it. It's going to be short form stuff. It's going to be lives here and there talking about my life, answering questions. I'll do polls, so be sure you're subscribed and join. If you do want to still hear from me, it's not going to be within the algorithm and viral stuff every single day. I'm jumping off the hamster wheel. It's too much. And I find that the less I consume the content, the less I'm scrolling mindlessly on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube. The less I'm consuming, the less my content is pushed or honored. So I feel like they want us as creators to be big consumers too. And I'm just not down with that anymore. I'm gonna take my time back. So my goal, since having my third, have not lost the baby weight. So I want to lose 20 pounds. I want to get healthy where I am not having aches and pains in my joints and knees and hips anymore. I want to not be winded when I'm playing with my kids. I want to be rested. I feel like I just forever have circles under my eyes. You can't see it. The lighting's too good, but I'm just forever tired, and that makes me grumpy. My window of tolerance with my kids is like this, when I would love it to be much bigger and patient and kind. And I just want to be more available. I want more time for myself. I want to read books. I've got a stack of books I've wanted to read, and I've just been spending since 2021 all my free time doing content creation, and it's fun, and there's even money to be made in it. I mean, it can be a career option for some people. For me, dentistry really makes more sense like in-house. You just go and you work and you leave when you don't own the practice, and that's what I do. I'm an associate, so you go and you work and you leave, and that might make more sense in the long run for me, what I'm going to do long term, but it's also physically and emotionally taxing. And as a mom, because I'm a pediatric dentist, I find managing kids' feelings all day and parents' anxiety all day didn't leave me much when I came home. And so, I don't know, I'm just finding a balance of what my life is gonna look like now. I feel like I'm in my me era. I turned 38 this year, and I think my late 30s into 40s are gonna look really different than my late 20s into 30s did when I became a new mom and just got so overwhelmed with everything. So my new goal is not overwhelm, is to do less, to say no to things that don't really matter and bring me joy and give me rest and time with family and friends and people that matter. So I'm gonna stop scrolling. I'm gonna start living. I am probably not gonna be creating nearly as much, although I hope my resources I've made so far are helpful. I'd love to connect now and again. I'm gonna do again polls, maybe lives here and there, update on my exercise progress, but I just don't wanna feel like in my moments, because what I've felt like lately is, oh, I'm gonna start whitening trays. Oh, I'm gonna start exercising. Like, should I make a video about my whitening trays? Oh, should I start to make a series about my exercise? And just like, nothing is sacred, nothing, I just wanna sleep and wake up and go exercise and get my kids ready and do my thing and make dinner and read a book and not have to share it with anybody, not have to create content about it, to just exercise and let that be exercise, to just lose weight and feel better and just do that and not have to make content around it. So that's kind of where I am. I love making content, but I also hate it. It takes so much time away from life and living, and so does consuming content. So my encouragement to you, if you would like to do something similar, if you somehow made it to the end of this, what are you doing? Thanks for watching me. Like, you're the dedicated one person probably who'll make it to the end of this. But my hope for lots of people is that we stop scrolling mindlessly, and if nothing else, even if we're not going to do anything else, we go rest, because that's not resting. Scrolling mindlessly isn't resting. It's a big dopamine hit. We laugh. We find things that are helpful sometimes to learn, but most of the time it's just eating into our rest time. At least for me, it was at night. Like, I'm turning my phone off in the evening. I'm not gonna scroll before bed anymore. I'm gonna sleep so that I can then get up early and exercise and be well. So my encouragement to you is to live, to rest, to enjoy being out there in the world, not just in this tiny little space that is your phone that sometimes feels like you're seeing the world, but you're missing sometimes that world right in front of you. And if you've got dental questions, put them in the comments. If there's something you're like, no, before you go, please answer this. I'm happy to. Just ask away or join my little, you don't have to subscribe to the membership tiers, just subscribe. And then you're part of the membership and you can answer my polls and things like that. And just let me know if there's something that comes up you'd like me to opine on. But I'm not gonna be checking this every day, but I'll check it somewhat regularly. I'm gonna be curious what's going on, make sure nothing's spiraling around the toilet and who knows what, if something went viral for all the wrong reasons. But by and large, I don't think anyone's gonna notice really that I'm not here. And I think that's the reality too. Even when you get into, I don't know, 200,000+ followers, 100,000+ in certain places, you have lots of followers. If you're not on that hamster wheel constantly creating, you're gonna fall out of the algorithm and you're not gonna be seen. Numbers of followers doesn't matter when each video is judged and pushed based on its performance. And it just all is very exhausting. And you just have to keep going and you can never stop. You're never done. And I wanna be done. I like to work toward a goal and meet the goal and be done and then move on to new goals. And so now losing 20 pounds, more than anything though, it's not really a size or a number, it's just being fit, being healthy, being well, where I don't have injuries that are plaguing me. I can keep up with my kids and having just good rest and being more cognizant of my time and how I'm spending it and with whom, because none of us is promised tomorrow. And if I 5 years from now knew that would be the end, that I wouldn't be here, and heck, it could be tomorrow, would I want to spend my days scrolling content and then wondering what content I should create and then be creating and editing it? Not really. I want to be with my kids and my family. I want to spend time with my husband, and yeah, that's where I am now. Doesn't mean I'm gone forever. When my kids all start school and suddenly I have 6 hours free in the day, I might be bored. Maybe I'll have read all my books and I'll have lost my 20 pounds and I'll be back. So there are seasons to life, and certain seasons call, I feel like, for certain things and ask certain things of us. And right now, the big one that I'm hearing and feeling is rest. I'm gonna rest, and I've enjoyed being here. I hope, again, you will find in the comments answers to questions. I'll either type them out or make a little short form video and reply with it if you have anything left you want to know from the mom and dentist. Otherwise, it's not bye, but see you later. I'm sure I'll be around still. I don't want to completely neglect my platform, but I'm not going to be making as much long form content. That's a lot more intense, and it will be much more sporadic when you do see me, if you see me at all, with the way the algorithm is, because I'm not posting much you likely won't see me much. So I'll put a link to my email. I'm probably going to share a bi-weekly email just with updates. That's probably the safest way to communicate with people I know want to hear from me. That's totally free of an algorithm. So I'll put a link and subscribe to my email if you want. And I enjoyed spending time with you. Thanks for being here and watching, for caring to watch my little rambling about what I'm up to. And thanks. Above all, thank you for your time. I appreciate it. And YouTube's going to show you what they want you to watch next here. I feel like you should just go rest.